Now let's talk a little bit about boards and how boards disseminate values. How would you describe your board and the people who are in your board and the fact that you've had the chance to decide what your board looks like? So what does it look like today?
Actually, boards become very complicated nowadays. In the early days, used to be, I put in people I know. For example, I was the one that selected the people. I know them well. But early because business quite not too complicated. Today, you really need to have people on your board who can contribute, who really can have the right
technical skills even.
Yeah,
technical skills even.
Yes, I mean they are good in certain sectors that they can be useful to the group, to the bank. So
right.
Have to be very selective and very particular. And the regulators also make sure that you do this. Your directors have to be approved by the regulators in terms of the financial industry. Select them, and then they have to be. You have to show that they'll be able to contribute in what areas of the group. So it's very, very particular and very special.
So you apply the same standards for your board that you apply for your management team, which is meritocracy, fair play, loyalty.
Yes. Well, we have to live by this. We definitely. But I find it, all those things I mentioned in our codes, ethics, we are doing it all the time anyway. There's no.
Do you subscribe to diversity, as in diversity in terms of skills, in terms of reflection on perspectives? Or
yes.
do you find yourself going towards harmony, unity, and a board that sort of
on the board?
Well, whether it's in the board or in the management team.
Of course. Personally, of course, I feel that unity is the best. Unity and harmony for organization to work well. When you have a disharmony, disunity, it can be very negative, and it could be destructive as well in terms of if you have too much of a friction or disagreements, and this can happen. And sometimes that can happen between the board and management as well. Also not good. You have to have harmony between the two as well. So that's the thing to really go for. Harmony and cooperation and all that.
How have you seen the board deal with difficult situations, difficult questions, difficult decisions?
So far,
have you ever been outvoted on the board?
No. I must say, he has never been. It's always been unanimous. How many years now I've been always been unanimous. Probably because if there is something that is not really disagreement, all of that. I mean, that's worked out in the end, and then everybody agrees in the end because you work out. Yes, why do you disagree? This is the other point about it. So it's only unanimous so far, which is good.
But where it isn't unanimous, how do you work that unanimous?
Probably if it's not unanimous,
you do another vote.
Probably it would not be carried. It wouldn't be. You'd be rejected.
But that's how you manage control. No,
I don't think you can say I control it. Nowadays, I used to be executive chairman. I miss those days. Of course, now the governance and the regulator require that the chairman cannot be executive. So you really don't control anything, and you have many independent directors. And nowadays, independent directors must be independent. They're truly independent. So you actually have to get real views and consensus and from the board members.
Were there any recent decisions that you found that the board had to deal with a difficult decision?
Oh yeah, I think we have. Of course, now and then we have some very tricky one, difficult, sensitive ones, but we managed to, I think, do the right thing. Because I think also we are fortunate. We are very senior and experienced members on the board, and not only in terms of technicality, but in terms of knowledge about the environment.
How often do you refresh your board? Do you find that people come and go and
now we have we change for every 9 years. Maybe change 9 years.
And what sort of talent do you look for when you?
We try now to fit in where we have the gaps. For example, we have human resource. For example, so it's we gap there. Then we try to find somebody who can contribute in the area, or in the technology, IT side. We have somebody who's focused on that.